All right, I'm live. Welcome to my channel, Inviting Possibilities. My name is Rochelle, and that is Kitty, and I'm here to do a reading for fire signs, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius, Sun, Moon, Rising, or anywhere else you might have fire in your chart. And even if you don't have any major placements, this could still be for you. It's always my intention. There is something in here for everyone. And my readings are also timeless. So whenever you catch this is the right time for you. I have chosen 3 cards from Wisdom of the Oracle, and I will be clarifying with some other decks. And I've let the universe choose a song for you, and the title of your song is Upswing. And in this moment, potentially you may not be feeling like you're on an upswing. According to the cards, things might be a little bit, I don't know, maybe you're going through a rough patch, as many of us are. The world just keeps throwing us curveballs left and right, doesn't it? um, but yeah, let's dive in and I'll explain. We have deep knowing to begin. And this is about needing to read between the read between the lines. Tap in to your inner wisdom, your intuition, that deep knowing within you. And I often say this, that part of you that is connected to your higher power. That's your intuition. That's sort of like your radio, where you can tune the dial and get the messages from your higher power. And this is around something that, as I said, is potentially, I don't know, something's a little funky because we get the Peace card in protection. And this speaks to needing to find that inner peace despite how things look around you out in your world. And this card is reminding you that however things do look around you right now, that it's a reflection of whatever's going on within, that instead of looking to fix things like in whatever situation you're being presented with or whatever you're dealing with, that it's an inner job, that it starts with finding the peace and harmony within yourself. And to trust that this too shall pass, that you will get to a place where things are harmonious again, where you do have that inner peace. And potentially you are feeling a little bit less than peaceful because whatever this is, whatever this the thing you're dealing with is, it's causing you to feel like you're running out of time, that there's something that maybe you want to accomplish or realize in some way, and it's not working out, and it's creating anxiety. There's a sense of potentially feeling stuck or even backtracking, you know. And again, it's really important to get into that place within yourself where it's understanding that peace comes from within, and that yes, we get thrown curveballs often. That's a part of life. And it's not about what happens to you. It's not about what comes your way. It's about how you deal with it, how you react to it. And this situation it's calling on you to read between the lines, to see that whatever you're facing, there's something more to it that maybe you can't see on the surface. But when you tap into your intuition, it's going to lead you to some kind of understanding, some kind of deeper knowing, or, it could be that, as you get to that peaceful place, as you learn how to relax and get into that trust and that knowing that things are going to work out, that's going to help to ease your mind, kind of release that constricted energy a little bit, which is going to allow clarity to come in. And I just had the thought, I'm a big fan of tapping. Some people call it EFT, and this could really help you, because what it does is, in case you're not familiar, as you're saying certain statements, you're tapping on different parts of your face and body, and it is kind of rewiring you. It's reprogramming you so that, if you find yourself in a place of panic, of freaking out, that it eases that, and then you are able to gain the clarity you need to be able to take steps forward that actually serve you. Because typically when we're in panic mode, we don't think very well. We make poor decisions. We get into that like fight or flight mindset more easily. I think it's called the tappingsolution.com. You can find all the information there, and they have an app. I've been using the app, and it's so great. And they make it so easy. Like, you don't even have to think about it. You can just like pick the thing that fits your situation the most, and typically they're not very long. And it's just like, it's a great little meditation. It's a great little way to start your day, and your day dealing with something. So no, I am not an affiliate, but I should become one. It's been really helpful for me. So that could help you in this situation. Anyway, ultimately, whatever you do, however you find that peace within, that's going to help you get to this upswing in your life, to this place where you're like, oh, okay, that did pass. There was more to that than it seemed. And ultimately, most likely, there's some kind of lesson in there, some kind of learning that once you get through it, you'll be like, oh yeah, okay. I'm a little bit more knowledgeable than I was before in some way. Never a bad thing. So let's clarify with the good tarot. Eight of Earth. Yeah, this is all about gaining knowledge, about kind of, it's taking what you know and building upon it. This card in particular speaks to me of doing something that you enjoy, that helps to ground you. Something that you're inspired by, that you need to put effort in order to expand, to grow, to, I don't know, become more masterful at something. But it always goes back to doing it because you love it, because there's a passion there for it. Learning tapping, for example. Maybe you take my advice and you go check it out and you're like, wow, this is really cool. And you run with it. Ooh, and we have the moon. The moon is all about illusion. And I've mentioned this a couple of times. You are being called to see past the illusion. And we have the moon twice. I mean, this one, that's like a double moon. And the moon can speak to intuition and tapping in. But also, particularly in this deck, it's about illusion, about seeing past the surface of things, needing to go within, read between the lines. There's definitely more to this situation than it seems. Itchy nose. Okay, and Eight of Air. This is about releasing denial, gaining clarity, seeing the bigger picture. You're not running out of time. Everything is working out the way it's supposed to. This concept of divine timing, if you haven't heard it before, it's simply that your higher power sees the bigger picture and knows when the right time is for you to have what you desire, to realize a dream. And it all comes down to you, doing the work, taking the steps. What I refer to as consistent baby steps that get you to that place of mastery, of knowledge and understanding. As long as you're putting in the effort, then the universe meets you, brings you what you want, what you need. When you're in a place of panic and overwhelm and freaking out, you're closing yourself off to the things that are the good things that are supposed to be coming in for you. Gotta just, mellow out. Let's look at the Oracle Tarot. Talent and skills. Oh boy, we get we get the same card twice, right on top of one another. This is about building your talents and skills, those things that you already have a natural affinity for, a natural ability. This is just taking it to the next level, becoming more of a master in whatever that is. I love it when that happens, when the same card comes out. Seven of Cups, decadence and indulgence. I think that this is speaking to needing to get into a place of having fun, being playful, enjoying what's around you, enjoying life. Because when you're stressed out and freaked out, that's bringing your energy down. That's closing you off to all the good things that are supposed to be coming in for you. This is about bringing your energy up, bringing your vibration up because of doing things that are enjoyable, that feel good. It's okay to indulge right now in something because it's going to help you feel better. Don't overindulge, but you want to focus on, particularly because we have this card, these two cards, excuse me, that indulging in something that you love and brings you so much joy, it's going to feel like play. Even if it's technically work, even if you're technically building your skills, your mastery, it's still something you consider fun. And so you really want to put your energy into doing that right now. And purposeful action. Taking purposeful action towards what you want, taking those consistent baby steps. When you gain the clarity, when you release yourself from any denial that you've had about a situation, when you come to that place of harmony and peace inside once again, then you're able to see, okay, I know how to move forward and I'm going to do it. Yes, this is you going for it. This could potentially be, as the upswing. Things are going to change. Things will get better. The pendulum is always swinging. If it feels like it's not so great right now, it will get better. It will. 100%. And just keep doing what you need to do to move yourself forward, even if it's just incrementally. Usually incrementally is the best anyway, because that's how you build the solid foundation that you can always fall back on. All right, let's look at Wisdom of Avalon. Communication. I wonder if you're building your talents and skills is doing something around speaking your truth, being able to teach, lead, could also be communication around speaking about what you know to be true deep down. Even if it sounds crazy, even if it sounds like it's out of left field, you're like, no, my intuition is telling me this thing. And you somehow need to communicate that to others. Even potentially communicate it to yourself, if you've been in denial. This is about coming to that place of like, okay, self, let's see this in a different way. The Horse, accepting help from another. Okay, so then the communication, I think, speaks to telling someone else, telling someone you trust what you understand, what you see, how you that you see past the illusion of something, and getting their opinion or their advice or their assistance in some way that's going to help shift things. Maybe this is you coming together with a buddy, with someone who you can go and have some fun with. That maybe the accepting help from another is simply allowing someone to get you out of your funk, to take you out on a joyride, to go for a walk, to go do something fun that gets you out of this anxiety or panic mode, as I mentioned. And the Hawk, omens and messages from your higher power, because once you tap in, once you are able to read between the lines. Okay, let me start that over. Tapping into your intuition gives you it's that direct line to your higher power. You're able to receive the messages. You're able to see the omens, to interpret them correctly when you get into this place of peace and harmony within yourself. And that is what helps you read between the lines of a certain situation, to see past the illusion of something. I often say this, but our spirit guides, our higher power, whatever you want to call it, is always sending us messages, but it's up to us to not only recognize those messages, but to know how to interpret them. And we can even set intentions to receive messages in a certain way, to tell the universe what makes sense to you, or what messages you need to receive in order to get the clarity, the messages. If I see a ladybug, it means this kind of thing. You can tell the universe what things mean to you. Okay, so let's look at Osho Zen. Intensity. I love this card because it's like there's laser focus, just moving into the light. The colors are very, the kind of the base chakras, the first, second, and third chakras, all about creativity and stability and moving towards being in your personal power. That's where you are able to feel that sense of inner peace and harmony. Because when you're listening to yourself, when you're following your own knowing, your own wisdom, then it's like you're doing the right thing for yourself, despite how things look. And I think this speaks to the upswing of you, both of these, purposeful action and intensity, moving forward. The difference between these cards is that in this one, she's kind of leaning back a little bit. This one, this is moving forward, and maybe there's a progression here where you're like, okay, taking the steps, gonna start moving forward. I don't see evidence yet of things working out, but I'm going to continue taking those consistent baby steps. And then this is you building momentum and then being like, okay, I'm just going for it. Feeling more and more certain of what you're needing to do. And this lands, on this whole building your knowledge, your talents and skills, moving towards what you love, what you were made for, what you were built for. Control. Yeah. This could be the situation could be stirring up some control issues within yourself. Control issues ultimately come from fear of being out of control. And so we cling very tightly. Look at those fists. And become very rigid. We're like, no, I need it to be this exact way because there's certainty in that. That's what I know. That's what I understand. So I need to stick with it. And it's like, no, there's a need to release the control. there's a need to just let go and have some fun. This guy's energy is very low. He's vibrating at a very low, dense frequency, and you wanna bring that energy up through having fun, through accepting other people's help. When you're in a state of control, you're like, no, I got this. Only I know how to do this best. And it's like, okay, actually, just gotta open your mind a little and be like, oh, okay, yeah, sure, you come on in and give me some help. Yeah, maybe I do need a different perspective. Someone bringing in some kind of new quality that's going to help shift the whole thing. Conditioning. I'm kind of feeling like whatever you're dealing with, whatever's not working out, there's some kind of conditioning around thinking that you need to be a certain way. You need to show up in a certain way. You need to control and make this happen. You need to somehow be different than you are so that you can have the outcome you desire. But what's happening is through trying to be someone different than you are, it's just bringing you down. It's just making you more unhappy with yourself, with your life. There's this sense of it's almost a hopelessness because it's like, How long do I have to keep this up? Do I need to do this always? But time's running out. I've been doing this for so long, but it's not working. Time's running out. I'm feeling really so much anxiety and freaking out. And it's like the magic, the secret ingredient to making this actually work in your favor is through you standing, shaking off whatever identity you think you're supposed to have, whatever way you think you're supposed to be, and just stand in your power. And you have so much power. You have so much power. It's time for you to own this power. And the first thing to do is to tap into that intuition, into that inner wisdom. Understand what lights you up. If you're not sure what direction to go, think about what you love to do as a child. People often say this because that's where you started. That was when all of your talents and skills first kind of came online. When you were just doing something for the pure joy of it. It's time to shake off what's not yours, what was put on you. It's time to be innovative. That is what's going to help you find that inner peace and harmony. Okay. I'll pick cards from the Spirit Animal Oracle. What do the spirit animals have to say? Bat spirit, a rebirth is assured. Oh man, I love bats. They're so cool. I want to say people used to call them flying foxes. Maybe they do still sometimes. It's cool. A rebirth. Yeah, I think this yeah, this is about a rebirth. This is you shaking off the old attitudes, beliefs, ways of doing, ways of thinking, releasing control, allowing others to come in to assist you, focusing on what you love, building your knowledge base, your skill set, letting yourself have fun. That is all part of this rebirth. Yep. Scarab beetle spirit, magic works through you. That's right. These, omens and messages that you tap into, it's not actually coming from outside of you, it's coming from within. It's like a reflection of you, of your own magic, because of being tapped in to your higher power through your intuition. Everything is inside of you. You have the power to create the life you want, to have circumstances work out the way that you want them to. But you gotta start by getting to that place of inner peace and harmony, knowing, trusting that it is all working out the way it's supposed to. The magic works through you because it's coming from your higher power. You are the conduit. Turkey spirit, give with gratitude and grace. Yeah. When you can get into a place of gratitude, it's impossible to feel fear. when you get into a place of really just allowing, accepting what is, releasing that need to control, and giving back to others, because you're giving with gratitude and grace. This is you allowing someone to come and help you, and you giving back, you gratefully receiving and giving back in return. This guy does not give. He's very closed off. He is very rigid. There's no receiving, there's no giving. It's like shaking that off is going to get you back into this flow state of being able to, this is a part of the rebirth. This rebirth is, it's changing the quality of your connections, your relationships. It's bringing you to a place of really being able to appreciate time spent with other people, that there's a reciprocal energetic thing going on where maybe there hasn't been up to this point, or not so much, because of you trying to control the outcome to make things happen a certain way. And it's like you getting more into the flow. Yeah, it's rebirth. This rebirth is happening because you are owning your power, you are stepping into your power, you're becoming your most amazing self that you already are, that you've just been in denial about. So that's awesome. I love that. I love it. This is a good reading. So much. And yeah, empower. It's a very empowering message. And I wish you well on this journey. Keep taking those steps. Do what feels good. That's going to build your skills and your knowledge that much more, as long as it feels good. All right. Thank you so much for joining me. As always, I really appreciate you being here. And I hope that you have a wonderful rest of your day and tomorrow, wherever you are in the world. And I will see you on the next video. Mwah. And if you haven't already, like and subscribe.